Car Obsession is proudly supported by Carly and Draggy. Check out the video description to find out the latest discount codes. That's good. Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another episode of Living with a Mazda MX-5. What episode are we on? God knows, I have to drop it down in the title below or wherever it is on the screen. Now, as you can see, I'm joined by Monique, my Mark 1 MX-5 or Unos Roadster if you want to be pedantic, and you may have seen that I recently took her around Cadwell Park. Now, as much as we had a great day, there were a few little niggles, and that's really what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and I'm also going to be doing an oil change. Now, we'll be doing a few other bits today, so I'm going to be looking into the knocking noise you would have heard when I was out on track. I believe that's the exhaust which is fouling the rear subframe brace, so hopefully that should be a nice easy fix and inexpensive. Have a look into the power steering fluid leak. I have contacted MTech about that, see what's going on there. One of the problems I had on the track day was of course the clip coming off the boost hose for the intercooler. That was rectified on the day, so I don't need to worry about that. And there we go. It's a boy. There we go. Torqued. Right, so next up is hopefully curing the knocking noise that you would have heard on the track day. Now, I think it's because they play in the exhaust. Just have a listen to this. If you speed it up, that sounds very similar to the noise I heard on track.
Now, getting the old rubbers off wasn't too much of an issue, but because the new ones are polyurethane and therefore are much firmer and rigid, yes, getting them on was a bit tricky to say the least. One thing I can say though from experience is that I found it easier to fit the new rubbers onto the body hangers first, then onto the exhaust hangers. Doing it the other way around made things more difficult.
Right, annoyingly my camera died before you could see me put the new rubber on. It was a bit of a faff. I think the biggest challenge I had was the rubber got so greasy, so did my hands, that I couldn't get a proper firm grip on it, but as you can see, it's all in. Wasn't too difficult. I think with this kind of work, you need patience and persistence. Actually, no, you need the 3 P's: patience, persistence, and positivity. It is a bit of a faff, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's just tedious. But as you can see, that's now fitted. If you go to the back of the car, you'll see a nice red bit up there. Whoa, shiny. And there's also one up here, of course, up there. So there's one missing from there, because like I say, I thought I needed 3 when clearly I was wrong. But hopefully you can see, if I want to sit down. I think I've deserved a nice sit down for a few moments. Right. Say hello, Patsy.
Hello, Patsy. You need 4 P's. You missed out, you need a Patsy.
Yes, so beforehand, I could shake the exhaust quite a lot just with one hand, but if I try and get you a decent angle now, if I hold it by the back box, yeah, that really isn't. And thankfully I can't actually get the centre pipe to well, so I say centre to rear pipe. I can't actually get that to smack on the rear subframe brace. In fact, that noise you can hear, that noise is actually the tip, giggity, knocking on this bit of metal here. And you don't want to knock your tip. You don't want to do that. It's painful.
Removing the remaining exhaust rubber wasn't too bad, but fitting the new one was probably the hardest one of them all because access wasn't great and trying to do it on the floor lying down wasn't ideal. So in the end I took it to my place of work and I had it done within seconds. I was hoping to make a separate video of me fitting the Dayfab washer relocation kit because the OEM one melted in the heat on the track day, but in all honesty I faffed about in the video. I wasn't happy with the end product, and there's already a video on YouTube showing you how to fit this, which is a lot better than what I would have made. So the link for that video is in my video description below.
Hello guys, you joined me a few weeks later. The reason being is because I've been quite busy and I've been working on Monique on and off. As I will explain in a few moments, the last exhaust rubber was a bit of a faff. But before I get on to that, let me show you the old exhaust rubbers, the old OEM ones, which are, as you will see, they're very soft, flexible and squidgy. That one's quite bad actually. That one's also quite bad. So they're not really fit for purpose anymore. And that one isn't too bad actually. It's still got a bit of a rigidity about it, but still nowhere near as firm as the new polyurethane rubbers from Boffy Racing. And again, that one's not too bad either, but yeah, not really fit for purpose anymore, particularly with the kind of speeds that I'm hitting on track. Right, okay. Right, where's the key? Now I'm doing a few menial tasks today, so I thought I'd give you guys an update. Just popped to Halfords, my third home. The second home, in case you're wondering, is the petrol station. You might be able to see the Halfords sign in the background, but if you can't, it doesn't really matter, does it? Right, get us started. Oh yes. So I'm now off to B&Q. So I need to buy a drill. Believe it or not, I don't own a drill. And I've had some problems fitting the front brakes on Leo. The on the near side front. No, near side front? Yeah, on the near side front, the retaining screw has completely rounded, as they love to do. I mean, who invented retaining screws? They're just, they deserve a special place in hell. But anyway, I'm gonna get off topic. Yeah, so I thought whilst I'm out and about, it's a glorious day, I thought I'd fill you guys in. So yes, the last exhaust rubber, my word, what a faff that was to fit. Now because the new rubbers are polyurethane, they are of course much stiffer and much more rigid, so they haven't got as much flex in them, but that's the whole point of them, and as such trying to fit them is it's quite tricky, particularly when you're doing it laying down on the floor like I was. Monique was on axle stands. Yeah, the last one, which was the one closest to the tailpipe, to the actual exhaust tip, yeah, that was an absolute faff. Fitting it onto the hanger, the body hanger, was difficult, but I was able to do it on the floor. But then to try and fit it onto the hanger on the exhaust was very tricky. I needed really 2 pairs of hands and more space. So in the end I caved in and I took it to my place of work. I work in a car repair garage, in case you don't know. I'm not a mechanic though, so yeah, that's my disclaimer. I'm office staff. But yes, I caved in, took Monique to work, got her on the ramp so I could actually stand underneath the car, and no word of a lie, within seconds the last rubber was fully fitted. So in hindsight I should have just done that to begin with, but I thought no, I'll do it at home, it'll save time. How wrong I was. Whilst I was there, whilst I was there, I was advised by the guys to fit small Jubilee clips onto the hangers to restrict any possible movement that the new rubbers may have in the future. Bit fiddly, but I'm sure it'll be worthwhile. The burning question though, has it fixed the issue? Well, inconclusive. Really, I need to do quite aggressive right-hand turns, and on the public road, that's not very easy. The roads were a little bit quieter earlier, but I couldn't replicate the same conditions as I did previously. So really, I need to be driving at night. And although the days are now longer in the UK because the clock's gone forwards, it's still going to be darkish. So I thought, well, I may as well update you where it's nice and light. Apologies, there's only one camera angle. I'm in the process of doing a kind of inventory check of my filming stuff, as I've lost a few things, as I haven't filmed much for a while, and yeah, things have been spread out, and yeah, I'm starting to lose things. I've lost a Canon battery, which is annoying because they're not cheap, but there's worse things in life, isn't there, I suppose. Yeah, only one angle, so I would try to make this as dynamic as possible. Yeah, I have tried to do some sharper right-hand turns on the road, but really and truly the best stress test for the fix will be another track day. I've booked Snetterton for my birthday, on my birthday, so that should be good. Hopefully I won't get any nasty knocking noises. I haven't detected anything so far today. I have noticed a rubbing noise when going full lock, turning right at slow speeds, but I'm pretty confident that's where the near side front tyre is rubbing on one of the hoses that goes to the intercooler. So I think that's what's causing that. I know for a fact that historically that tyre has rubbed on that hose, because it's been highlighted to me by one of the technicians at work, and I've seen the witness mark for myself. So I may need to contact MTech to see if there's anything that can be done, whether it's a case of making the pipe shorter perhaps, I don't know, so it's not quite as protruding to the left. But that's yet another issue on my very extensive automotive list. As I've mentioned, I need to sort out Leo's brakes today, but if I'm in the mood because I've had a stressful week, that will come in a separate video. So knocking noise possibly fixed, I don't know for certain. The transmission fluid, which turned out to be coming from the shifter turret, is most likely down to the short shifter kit. It was a cheap kit and it's not uncommon for them to leak. I've disassembled it, reassembled it, cleaned everything off, so next time the car's on the ramp or on axle stands, I can recheck to see if there's any fresh leaks. The melty washer bottle, yes, that has since been binned, and I've fitted a Dayfab relocation kit from Boffy Racing. It was a bit of a faff to fit, but I think that's because the instructions are written instructions, whereas I'm more of a visual learner. I like to see pictures or videos, and the way how I construed some of the instructions, it led me astray. Nothing wrong with the instructions, it was merely my interpretation of them. And the wiring was a faff as well, because I've never done wiring. In my defence, where I've crimped the extended harness onto the washer pump, it works. It's okay, a little bit untidy, but it serves its purpose. Whereas for the other end that goes into the body harness, I really struggled with that, and yeah, I got into a bit of a huff about it. So I called upon one of my neighbours who's a Lecky, and he was able to help me out. He soldered on the other part, and it works. There we go. You can't see it because obviously you've only got the one camera angle, but yes, I now have working washers, although one washer is partially blocked and the near side needs to be completely re-aimed because it kind of shoots past the windscreen, but it does hit part of the windscreen, so I'm sure for the sake of an MOT it would be a pass. What other niggles did I have on track? Missing Jubilee clip, well, that was sorted on the day, of course. Oh, power steering fluid leak. I completely forgot about that. So again, from Boffy Racing, hashtag no ad, I bought an uprated dipstick, and it seals so much tighter compared to the OEM one, which you could take it off really easily. It wasn't really doing anything, come to think of it, borderline pointless. So hopefully that's fixed the issue. I will confess I have still noticed a small puddle of power steering fluid on the floor in the garage, but I don't know whether that's just remnants where it's been dripping off the subframe. I have now completely cleaned off the subframe, and I still need to clean the garage floor, so if there aren't any new leaks, I know that the problem isn't fully fixed, although the dipstick needed replacing anyway because it was leaking out the top of the reservoir, so it may be the case that there's a secondary leak which I'm yet to detect. But anyway, that's about it really. That's my update. I don't want to go on for too long. But yes, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.